Welcome to Ocean Chicks Films.
Hey guys, welcome to Ocean Chicks Films. I'm your host Karen, and this week I'm back with another movie review of the 2022 horror film Hellhole, which is on Netflix right now, for me in Canada anyway. I watched this one last night because my friend Stu suggested I check it out, and I'm glad he did because I was kind of going down a rabbit hole with another movie and getting kind of confused about how I was going to talk about it, so it was kind of neat to watch this one, and I decided I would review it today. I also wanted to say from the last video, thank you guys so much for all of your awesome comments and movie suggestions, letting me know the stuff that you watched when you were young, the very first horror movie that you ever watched or show. You guys said some great ones, and a big shout out to my viewer that watched the Norless tapes and told me to watch it because I checked it out and I absolutely loved it. I'm going to be doing a review of that one in a future video for sure. So fitting with the Kolchak, the Night Stalker video that I did last time. So much fun. Yeah, I'll be doing that one very, very soon. Okay, let's get into this week's film. Hellhole from 2022. An ominous horror film set in a remote Polish monastery in 1987, where a police officer investigating the mysterious disappearance of 8 women discovers a dark truth about its clergy. Directed by Bartosz Kowalski, starring Piotr Żurawski, Olaf Lubaszenko, and Sebastian Stankiewicz. So with this film, there's not going to be any spoilers, so you don't have to worry about that. You can watch right through, even if you haven't seen it before. And join in too if you have seen it. We can chat all about it in the comment section below. Again, nice long comments. I love chatting with you guys. It's so much fun. Alright, this movie is definitely ominous. The setting is incredible. It's beautifully filmed and very creepy. It's very dark and kind of monochromatic, but it just adds to it. It's so good. Starts out with this elderly priest who's holding a baby. The baby has some sort of strange marking or birthmark on it, and the priest is in a church, and he's trying to sacrifice this baby because he calls it the spawn of evil. But just before he's able to do that, the militia breaks in and stops him. And then we flip forward to, I believe, like 35 years later, 1987, and the story kind of carries on from there. And the setting is this really old building with a little bit of outside with this big gnarly tree and big wooden door. And I guess it was a church that's converted into a sanitarium. And the look of it just reminded me of art history. Some of the architecture that I studied back then in the day with these doors and stuff. Just incredible. I just loved it. I fell in love with the movie right off the top because of this. All right, the scene starts out with this Father Merrick who's visiting this parish, this sanitarium, and he has the look of a young St. Francis of Assisi, and he's there, he's meeting with the head clergy member, and it gets even creepier because we find out that this place is where they're housing women that are possessed by demons, and they're performing exorcisms on them here. And that part there, and I thought, Stu, you know me, Stu. This is exactly my kind of movie. So I carried on and kept watching it. But there's a lot of plot twists and stuff, though. Everything's not what it seems, and then it kind of flips again too at the end. So anyway, I'll continue on with my review. All right, and then he's taken inside of this space to get settled in his little area, his little room. And it's dark and it's old and everything's lit by candles, and there's all these monks kind of walking around with these dark brown robes with the hood. Very typical looking monk, and it's just so creepy and not a place that you kind of want to hang out, knowing that these exorcisms are happening and the demonic is living within this space is very, very scary. And at the start, they offer him their rosary beads for him to have because this evil entity lives within the walls of this place, so he needs to be protected, but he refuses it and says he has his own. I love that too, because they made reference to that, and I know that's kind of a typical thing in a supernatural horror movie, but it was kind of neat because I'm working on really cool rosaries to sell on my online shop, and those should be up fairly soon, but I thought that was neat. But little by little, we've got these creepy little mysterious things going on that you're not exactly sure what's going on, and you know something sinister is happening there, and then it's not what they're making it out to be. So then Father Merrick gets into his room and he's getting settled. He needs to change into his brown cloak robe, and he takes off his shirt, of course, and he has that marking that the baby had on his chest, so obviously he is the baby all grown up, coming back to this place. So that's kind of a strange plot twist, because at the beginning we're led to believe that he's the evil one and they're trying to sacrifice him. But are they? And I also want to say the music and the sounds in this film are really incredible. They add to the creepiness of it. Very different. It kind of reminded me of Kolchak, but much more cinematic, much more dramatic, like a movie as opposed to a TV show, but really creepy and really well done. Merrick gets changed. He goes down to meet the other monks, and they're sitting at this very long table. Like there's just a ton of them all sitting together, just like the Last Supper, but many, many more people. And they're all eating this really disgusting, gross stew, or we're made to believe it's stew. And Merrick, of course, has to eat it, and you can see he's just gagging it down. It's just so gross right from the start. And the lighting's very dark and monochromatic, so you can't really see like what it looks like, but it just doesn't look good. So as they're leaving this room, they're going to take him to see the one of the women that's in this place. She's very comatose and kind of not all there. They're going to perform an exorcism on her, I think in the wee hours of the morning, like 6 a.m. or something like that, because that's when they have to do this thing. And we get the feeling that something strange is going on. You see a cross on the walls kind of bouncing and shaking around. It's kind of weird. So then they go on to, perform this first exorcism, and it is creepy. It's well done. It's not all CGI and crazy. They kind of tie her to this very old small bed, and they start to do the prayers and chant. I also want to say this movie is a Polish film, and it's dubbed, but I didn't mind it really. I think it was okay. It was well done. And what I loved about the exorcism scene is they just have flashes of images kind of patched together, and the sound is just incredible with it. That it's not too overdone, and it's not, like I said, CGI'd and crazy over the top. It's creepy, really, really creepy. After this is done, we kind of carry on, and the father is meeting up with them, eating this gross stew, getting sick, to the point where he starts to kind of hallucinate and see crazy things and stuff, and something's not right. And we get the idea that he's investigating this place and searching to see what's actually going on, because all of these women went missing, right? So it seems like he's there trying to figure out what's going on. And it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder as the time goes on. And at that point, me personally, I started to think this isn't a religious order. Maybe this is like some sort of a cult or something, but it's kind of ambiguous. And you're not really sure what's going on the whole way through. In the middle, it gets to be a little bit of a slow burn, but the ending makes up for it 100%. And I'm going to say again, the visuals are incredible in this movie, and so are the sounds. And so Father Merrick, he goes along, and he just starts to be kind of broken down mentally and physically as we go. And then there's kind of a plot twist ending, which I'm not going to say. And oh my God, the ending scene, the visuals and stuff in there are just so amazing. I got to watch it again, actually, to see that. I absolutely loved it. I think a year ago or so, I watched a trailer for this and saw those visuals, and I really wanted to check out this movie, but I think I forgot about it. So thank you, Stu, for reminding me, because I'm really glad I watched it. So the best way for me to describe this film to you is it's kind of like The Omen meets A Cure for Wellness. And it's very dark and monochromatic, like I said. Really, really spooky, creepy, and cool, if you like that sort of thing. So for my review, I'm going to give it a spiritual sensation, a devilishly good time, a 4 out of 5. I thought it was that good. Highly recommend it. I'm definitely going to add it to my collection if I can find it. And yeah, you guys check it out if you haven't already and let me know what you think. And if you have seen it, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Maybe let me know what was your favorite scene in the whole film. You know, what did you think of the visuals? Did you like it? Did you think it was kind of a slow burn, or did you kind of think it was a really nice build up to the end scene? Well, I guess that's it for this one, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did, don't forget to give me a like if you want to, and comment below for sure. These nice long comments, I'm just so enjoying that. And, you know, subscribe to the channel if you want to. That would be really awesome. We'd love to have you as part of the crew. We can hang out together and do these reviews and that kind of thing. Guys, have a great rest of your week, and I will see you again really soon. Love you guys.